The Florida sun was hot and bright in the sky, and James Robard suddenly felt every bead of sweat dripping down the back of his neck as the light fell on him through the shattered driver's side window. "Just put the gun down, man," James said. His hands were up from sheer instinct. The man standing next to him, grasping him by his necktie, seemed far from stable. "Keys, asshole," the other man pronounced. "Out of the car and give me your goddamn keys." What the carjacker lacked in eloquence, his pistol more than made up for in bleak intimidation. The black barrel stared James in the eye, daring him to make a move. Off to the side of it, in his field of vision, the timer continued counting down as if mocking him. 1 hour, 11 minutes, 32 seconds. "Damn it," James cursed under his breath. He could think of no way out of this situation that didn't risk imminent death. To think, just 15 minutes ago, he'd been sitting in a dull meeting. For the associates at Barry, Pesca, and McDougal, it seemed to be a morning like any other. The subject of the morning's meeting: integrating the latest developments in artificial intelligence into firm workflow. Computer geeks were labeling this latest stage as true artificial intelligence, annoying everyone else who didn't understand the difference between this and the last 6 stages of artificial intelligence, which had been trumpeted so loudly over the previous 20 years. However, the firm's founder, Brendan Barry, had insisted that every member of the firm participate in presentations on the new technology. So it seemed that everyone was about to learn those fine distinctions. James, the only black associate at the firm, had seated himself as far from the projector screen as possible. He was perhaps the least interested in the presentation of all the participants. Every face in the room was a gray blur. The voice of the presenter was a dull, Charlie Brown-style, wah wah wah, wah wah wah. James wondered for the 1,000th time if there was another profession he could have chosen where he wouldn't feel this way every day. An unanswerable question, but one he was prepared to ruminate on rather than pay attention to this meeting. But before his mind could wander away fully, the monotony was interrupted. There was a sound at the door, a shuffling, scratching noise, as someone pushed weakly on the other side. Already keen to be out of there, James darted out of his seat before anyone else and maneuvered around the table to open it for Alan. The oldest partner in the firm, Alan Roget, was rail-thin and pale-skinned. A wreath of ivory hair crowned the sides of his head in a thin layer, growing ever thinner. "Thanks, James," he said, slowly moseying in with his briefcase in one hand and coffee in the other. "My pleasure, sir," James said softly. Alan was his favorite person in the office, not just because he knew that the old man wanted to be at this meeting as little as James, though he did know that, or even because Alan was the nicest partner on a personal level, though he was that, but, more importantly, because the skinny old guy felt to James like something of an outsider too. Alan was the only partner who focused on an area other than torts, and it was a mystery to James how the old man had ended up there in the first place. Alan's laid-back style and background in trusts and estates seemed inopposite to the aggressive, competitive, efficient culture the firm fostered in all its associates.